All right, it's time for Your Money with Evans Financial. Joining us today in studio is Colin Evans. And today, Colin, we're talking about being thankful. So first, we're thankful for you for joining us here today. And we're talking about some gratitude for financial security.
You know, it's that time of year, it's that week, but unfortunately, I think we tend to get caught up in hustle and bustle. We tend to forget about that, and I hate that we have to kind of wait till a certain time of year, but it is a great time just to kind of reflect. And this is a little bit of a summary kind of on some of the things that we've talked about over the years, but some things that can really help build that kind of just that financial security. This helps make the Thanksgiving and the thankfulness a little bit easier, and building like some financial stability. And in the sense of doing that is really putting a 3 to 6 months of just some savings in the background, so you have that. So when it's time for the water heater, the air conditioning, any of those things that come along, those are things that can really make waves on the unstable side. And this is just some ideas to help put that stability back in, and will make the Thanksgiving time a little bit easier. We want to also focus down on debt reduction. When we look at focusing on that debt reduction, we've all been there and seeing people from day-to-day basis. We've all gone through debt of some sort in some period of time, and getting rid of that and trying to get those monsters off our backs. We look at credit cards being some of the biggest ones, and I really feel for our students today with student loans, because I do feel that is a little bit on the predatory side. You can go to college and get a $50,000 loan, but it's really tough for somebody to start a business and get a $50,000 loan. It's like, here, give it to the 18-year-old that knows absolutely nothing, instead of the person with the business plan.
That's a good point.
We want people to really focus on that debt reduction, because that really will pull a lot of that stress factor that's off there. And then really just set time and really think about planning long term. We're really fixated, I think, as human in our human nature on short-term wins and short-term goals. But really, this game of life is a long-term game, and playing that long-term and really planning for that, putting tiny bits in savings account, putting that money away into those 401ks, those IRAs. This is our down the street. This is our retirement time. These are things that can help us as we look to the future and we look to start closing out our year and giving thanks.
And now you mentioned obviously like the water heater or the air conditioner. Those are things in life that you hope it doesn't happen. It's always going to.
And they do. And it's, I think we talked earlier this year, and I had that personally happen at the beginning of the year, and I had all three at the same time. A fence went down with those wind shears. I had an air conditioning, and a part of my house I had to have a foundation get leveled. And it ended up, it was about $25,000. Fortunately, I followed my own advice, and I was able to take care of that. But, that's a really stressful number. That was way bigger than I had planned for, but I was okay by following my own advice on there. And that's really what we want to encourage people to do, is really just, this will put you ahead of the game and to where this doesn't make a stressful time.
Yeah, and especially at this time of year when you're thinking about Christmas gifts for your loved ones and stuff like that.
Absolutely, because it can be.
Right. And Colin, obviously mentioning this time of year, sometimes when people are kind of getting stressed about money, if anyone needs some advice, needs some help from you guys, how do they get it?
Absolutely. evansfinancial.com, or you can kick us an email over to info@evansfinancial.com. All of those go directly to me, so I do get to read those and read the feedback, which I absolutely love to hear.
Absolutely. Well, again, thankful for you, and we hope you have a happy Thanksgiving, Colin.
Happy Thanksgiving as well.
And we're thankful for Skip Cordis, who's in for weather today.